Hi friends, welcome to my channel once again. Today I'm going to make a brinjal or eggplant curry South Indian style. So this dish is very popular in South India, particularly in the state of Tamil Nadu where I am from. This is called Yennai Kathirikai Kurambu, which means brinjal shallow fried in oil and then made into a delicious curry. Keep watching and I'm sure you'll love this dish. Today I'm going to divide this into 3 stages. The first stage is making the curry paste, and the second one is shallow frying the brinjal or eggplant, and the third stage is putting things together and making this wonderful, delicious, aromatic eggplant curry South Indian style. Let's jump in. Today I'm going to cook this curry in a traditional way. I'm going to use a traditional mud pot, which is very commonly used in villages in Tamil Nadu in South India. So to start with, I'm going to lit the fire on. And I've got some sesame seed oil. It's not the toasted one that is used in Chinese cooking. This is a untoasted sesame seed oil. So I've got about 3 to 4 tablespoons of that. So I'm just going to add that onto the pot now. With these mud pots, it takes a little bit longer to heat up, but once it's hot, it retains the heat. So you got to be a little bit patient. So the first stage is I'm going to add some fenugreek seeds. I'm just waiting for it to splutter. So the oil is hot now. You could hear the sizzle. At that stage, I'm going to add some split lentil or chana dal. And gently toast them for another couple of minutes. That's getting a nice golden color now. At that stage, I add some rice. This is mainly for thickening. In some recipes, they add peanuts, toasted peanuts. So I'm going to add some rice just to give a little bit of thickness to the gravy at the end. And give it a stir and leave for a couple of minutes. At this stage, I add a little handful of curry leaves. It's going to splutter, so be careful with that. And then I've got half a chopped onion here, so I'm just going to add that. Just to summarize, for this curry paste, I started by heating sesame oil. Then I toasted the fenugreek seeds onto that, then the split lentil or chana dal, then some rice, and then I added some curry leaves and then some onion. So they are all nicely getting cooked in the sesame oil. And once the onion is golden brown, so then you switch it off and then let it to rest. And then we blend them into a nice thick paste. And now I'm going to transfer them onto a mixer grinder. Let it rest for a while and then grind them into a fine paste. Now we move on to the second stage, which is shallow frying the brinjal or eggplant. So I've got these small baby brinjals or eggplant. So I've sliced them into 4. going to shallow fry so they get cooked and also they get a nice glaze on top. So I'll go to about 15 of them. Now I'm going to put the lid on and leave it cook for a couple of minutes. The brinjals have been shallow frying in the oil for about 5 minutes. In between now and then I was giving them a gentle stir, and now they are nearly half done. They are 50% done. Okay? At this stage you take them out of the oil. And leave them aside. Now we are on to our third stage, which is putting the gravy together. So I'll go to the hot pan, the hot oil. I'm going to add some mustard seeds and urad dal. That's going to splatter in the hot oil, so be careful. And then once that's done, I'm going to add some curry leaf onto it. These are ingredients that are kind of exclusive to South India. So then I'll go some shallots, which are small onions. Again, that they are very unique to South India. I'm going to add them onto that. So the shallots are cooking nicely in the oil, and at that stage I add some peeled garlic. That goes on there. Then I've got some dried chilies. That goes on there. A handful of them. And they all need to cook until they are nice and soft. So I'm going to leave it closed. It's been about 5 minutes since the onions and garlic been cooking on this oil. So they look nice and soft now. At this stage, I'll go some tomato made into a pulp. So I'm going to add the tomato pulp onto that. Then I'm going to add some turmeric powder, half a tablespoon of it. And then I've got 2 tablespoons of coriander powder and 1 tablespoon of chili powder. I prefer Kashmiri chili powder because it gives a nice color and the heat is not too much. And let it cook for a few minutes till the oil separates out of this thick paste. In about 3-4 minutes, they become a nice thick paste. So to that, I'm going to add the paste, the roasted paste which we made earlier. I'll ground them into a nice thick paste. So that goes onto that. Then you add some tamarind pulp. So I'll soak some tamarind on hot water and then make them into a thick pulp. So that goes in there. It's a little bit too thick, so I'm going to add some water to dilute them and make it a bit more thinner. So I added some water onto the mixture because I don't want to waste any goodie bits. So I'm just going to rinse that and add that water as well. So far, I haven't added any salt to it at all. So now I'm going to add some salt to taste. Now our gravy is 2/3 cooked and our brinjals are half cooked. So I'm going to add the brinjal onto the gravy and let the final magic happen in the pan. Tastes nice, salt is perfect, heat is perfect. There's a little bit of tanginess overpowering, so I'm going to add a little bit of jaggery or sugar into it just to balance things out. So I've got some jaggery here, so I'm going to add a little handful of jaggery just to balance out the sourness of the sourness and the tanginess of the tamarind paste. I've left it a couple of minutes. I'm going to give it another taste now. I could see the oil separating on top now, which tells me that this gravy is adequately cooked and nearly done. Oh my goodness, that tastes perfect. So now it's time for some garnish. I've got some curry leaves here. I'm just going to sprinkle that on top. And leave the lid on. And switch off the flame. Leave it for about 5-10 minutes to settle, and then you can serve into a serving bowl.